Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to talk about how to do some different type of edges for cards, although this could be used for scrapbooking pages as well. These are the two different size cards that you can do. And I'm just going to talk about maybe some fun ways that you can decorate these using some different edges. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, and there's lots of different choices, is you could just emboss an edge. Emboss. An edge to it. And that's pretty simple to do. This happens to be an actual edging one, but it doesn't have to be this. It could be a full one that you just put on the edge. You've got choices. But since we're going to talk about edges today, I thought, okay, well, let's just do that. Let's see how that works for us. I'm going to quickly run this through my Big Shot, the Sizzix Big Shot. I happen to like that one. Others do different styles. That's okay. Whatever works for you, whatever you already have in your stash. I always encourage people, use what you have in your stash. Don't go outside your stash. Let's use the tools we have. You don't need to go buy new fancy stuff, right? So you just want to put it right on the edge of your paper like that. And then we're just going to toss it in and we're just going to run it through. How simple is that? And all that's going to do for us is it's going to give us a little bit of a different type of an edge to this paper, that's going to give us some, just a fun little change. That's all. Just a little change. And you got to love that. You got to try to do, maybe some fun different things, and that's okay. So that's what I ended up with when I ran it through. So you can see here how well that worked out. You can see it gave me, now this paper happens to be kind of a thin, it's not cardstock, it's kind of a thinner, almost like a 60 weight, like typing paper maybe. Typing, well, that showed my age, didn't it? And so you can see this actually came through a little bit, giving me this little bit of a white edge to it. Because the paper wasn't very thick, it actually almost cut through it. So if you used a little thicker paper and did this, it would give you slightly different look, and that's okay. That's a good thing. So know your papers, learn them, and I'll be doing a video on that as well. So watch for that. But right now, just know this is what that's going to do for you. So this, right there, it's perfect. You got to love it. Got to love the paper. Got to love the look. And again, it can go straight onto your card base, just like that, with a basic sentiment, if that's what you wanted to do. I'm going to fold this so you can really see that, okay? And then, a sentiment, maybe some stickers or stamping, right? But that's lovely. That's perfect. That's perfect. So that's an option, okay? I wanted to show you that one. Simple and sweet. Just emboss the edge of it, okay? The other thing I wanted to show you as an option, okay, is tearing your edges, okay? So you can see here, I kind of teared this one, but a lot of people don't, know, or maybe you do, and I'm talking, wind here. But if you tear toward you, okay, so you're going to tear tear it towards your body, okay, that's going to give you this look, this white core look. It's really great to do this with white core centered, paper, because it gives you this great look, okay? Doesn't have to be. You don't have to have a white core, and I'm going to show you that here in a second, okay? So that gives you this look, right? It's great. You can do anything with that. If you tear it away from you, okay, so now you're going to tear it away. So this is your main piece here, okay? You can see that's giving you a little bit of a different, I'm tearing it away, okay? A little bit of a different look, right? On either side of those. Okay, again, I'm going to put it against my white paper so you can really see the difference. So you can see this is away, this is toward you. Very different look, okay? But what's great, well, now you got this strip. You can do all kinds of fun things with just the extra piece. So don't assume, okay, well, that's trash. Doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. So those are the two different things, tearing things that you can do. And again, I wanted to show you this one again, okay? So I'm going to tear it toward me, because this has a white edge to it, right? It doesn't have to be plain paper. You can do a printed paper. You could do it with the stripes toward you, right? That gives you all kinds of fun things. Look at that. Okay, and again, away from you, right? We're tearing it away, tearing it away. Ooh. All right. Looks great. It looks absolutely fantastic, okay? So again, you know, have fun with this. And like I've said, and you're going to hear me say multiple times, it's paper, okay? Test it. Have fun. Find a scrap piece. You do you. It's your art. Can't be wrong. Enjoy it, right? Other thing, once you've tore it, it looks great just like that, right? It looks great just like that. And again, right, once it's torn, you can put a backing on that. Look at that, okay? Also, you can ink those tears, okay? So here's distressed ink and here's distressed oxide. This is a campfire or crackling campfire. And this is tea dye. So all you're going to do, right, is just get a little bit on whatever type dauber you have, okay? And you're just going to ink that edge. How simple is that? Right? Right? Doesn't it almost gives it the burnt paper, like you've burnt the paper a little bit, right? Gives it that really cool vintagey, oops, I burnt the paper look. Okay? Isn't that great? I love that. Love that look. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so that's an option. But now here is the distressed oxide and crackling campfire. Okay, again, just going to daub it up, whatever dauber you have. I like these. They're small and they're easy to use. They're not taking up a lot of space in my craft room. So I like these. Not everybody does. Again, experience, try different things, find what works best for you. So this is an oxide ink, okay? So this, again, you're just gonna just tap it along the edge. Just tap it. Just tap it. That's teared toward you. This is teared away from you. Okay? Because it's teared away, okay, this is a little bit thinner paper, right? So it soaks in differently. You can see how it's going to soak in and show a little bit of that ink a little differently, okay, than this side over here does. Because again, it's torn away from you. So this side is a little still thicker paper, right? So just be aware also as you ink, the thickness of your paper is going to make a difference. So again, test it. It's paper. Just test it. Have a good time. All right, have a good time. So that's some tearing techniques and inking the edges. It's a great way to give yourself a little something different on your paper, on your cards. And again, I'm doing cards right now just because of space. Would that not be absolutely adorable on a scrapbooking page? Heck yeah, it would. Heck yeah, it would. That would be so fun. So fun to do on a scrapbooking page. So easy to do. So easy to do. Blue paper, blue inking, a little bit of the white showing. Is that not waves crashing on an ocean? I'm just saying. Experiment. This is fantastic. You gotta love it. Gotta love that. Then the other thing, since we're talking about inking, I'm going to show you this. So this was an oops, to be honest with you. This, I needed it to be a full thing, and I didn't get enough ink on the back of this. And again, I normally use the clear stamps. Somebody gave me this, and I thought, oh, that's kind of a fun way to stamp a backing. This is Stampin' Up! 1997. That tells you how old it is. Anyway, but it still gives a great ink. But for the project I was doing before, I needed it to be solid. But I thought, I'm going to keep this, right? That could be a fun backing. Could put a little sentiment or whatever. But I realized, okay, let's talk a little bit about how I can use that for an edging, right? And number one, you can always, again, tear it, right? Tear. I'm doing it toward me. So it gives you that little bit of that look right there. How cute is that? Simple and sweet. And then take the purple ink that I stamped it in, and you could do the edge. Fantastic. Love it. You could also just do a simple cut, right, as a border. Just do a simple cut as a border. Okay? And then you can, just because we're here and we're doing it and it's fun, let's do another one. Let's just cut it on up. Let's just do it. Why? Because we can. No right or wrong. It's my art. Whatever. Whatever. So, now let's do this, right? For fun. Let's do it. Right? Down the side. Now, I think, now that I'm doing that, remember I brought out 2 different size cards. I think I'm going to do this on the smaller card. Okay? I think I'm going to do it on the smaller card. So let's do that. Okay, we're going to tuck this. We're going to tuck this one. And we're going to tuck this one. So we're going to start here at the bottom. Okay, because the card's going to flip like this. Okay, so we're going to start here at the bottom with that tear on the bottom. Then we're going to go over the top. We're going to go over the top. We're going to go over the top. Okay, spread it out just a little bit so it goes up all the way to the top. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. How blazing cute is that? And it'd be really easy to lift these up, right, with some foam pieces. That's it. And this, as I said, was from a mistake, for lack of a better way to phrase that. Again, I don't believe in mistakes. I believe in happy accidents. Thank you, Bob Ross. But I kept it because I thought, okay, I might be able to do something with that. And here it is, absolutely adorable. Sentiment on the front of it, and there you go. You're good to go. How simple was that? And again, my original project, this didn't work, but it worked for this, and it turned out really cute. So don't throw stuff, right? You can, no, I'm not saying being a hoarder. Don't be a hoarder. But just know that there are options out there for stuff that you might not be thinking about. So again, perfect little border pieces, you're good to go. Okay, so that's another border that we've done. All right. The other option that you have, of course, are die cutting the edges. And so I've got some just basic little side die cuts here that make some really fun imprints on your paper. Again, these are short, which are great for cards, but you could do longer pieces for scrapbooking pages. And one of the, I just wanted to show you here real quick, see if you can see it, is this is some of the prints that are done on it. So you can see there's a couple different styles here that are just really cute and easy to do. That one's that one, you can see it. And if it was just along the edge of your page and then use the rest of it for sentiments, that would be really, really adorable. Okay, hopefully you can see all the different designs in person, of course, and up close. It's really pretty obvious. And then you also have ones that cut all the way through, like this one. So this one is just another simple design that, okay, it's a great way just to add a fun little edge to your card, or again, your scrapbooking page. Tuck that behind the edge of a photo. Would be super cute and super easy to do. And then on this one, I want to show you, okay, this is what I did with this one, okay? So it gives me a little bit of a flap, and all I did was I used this one here, okay? Cut this, gives me a little bit of flap. Now I could trim that off and just have a beautiful scalloped edge, but I thought, why not tuck this page in, right? How cute is that? And then you have a little bit of a, I think they call those the belt, right? A little strap on there. Okay, so you have that as an option as well. Simple, cute, easy to put on your card or your scrapbooking page. Adds a little different, dimension. Easy to do, super cute. Again, easy to take this piece off and just have your scalloped edge. Simple, lovely, easy to do. Having this little edge across your paper. also would be really cute is to now cut these, right, into individual strips and then put those on the page, right? So you can have individual strips across a different colored page. How perfect would that be, right? How perfect would that be? Love it, love it, love it, love it. So next I wanted to show you, so that's some basic die cut, simple edge pieces, okay? Fun to use, easy to use, adds a simple little edge dimension, and you're good to go. All right, so that's those ones there. Okay, the next edging I want to show you is just a simple folded edge. All right, nothing fancy about it, but you do want to make sure that you have a two-sided piece of paper. All right, not just one-sided with like a white on the backing of it. So you want to make sure that it's right. You need to make sure that it's two-sided. Okay. You want to cut it so that it matches the exact front of whatever size card you're going to use. Okay. And make sure that you cut your paper so that it going the direction you want. So if you have a pattern that can go either way, okay, so like this could have gone this way or this way, right? Didn't matter. This one, I've needed to go this direction, okay? All the writing and everything else. I tried to do it initially with some writing like this, but I cut it the wrong direction. And I'm like, oh man, well, fiddle-dee-dee. So we're going to redo it with this. And I'm okay because I actually really like this. So I'm all right with that. So this size card, because I know everyone always asks, okay, it's 4 1/4 by 6 1/2 or by 5 1/2. Okay, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that's the size this card is. All right, it's a little bit smaller size, and I like to use this size. So again, front and back, all we're going to do is a simple fold. So what you're going to do first thing is you want to find dead center. Okay, so you could measure that out, right? That's a simple measurement to do. So this is 5 1/2. So what's that going to be? 2. Yeah, right there. Should be 2 and holy smacks, 3/4. Doesn't matter. Okay, an easy way to do this, because obviously I struggle less, is just fold your paper lightly. Just fold it just ever so lightly, and then give it a little, right? Just a little one, just a little. Ta-da! There's your center. There it is, right there. Easy. Whoop, whoop. There you go. Okay, then again, make sure it's going the right direction though, because you'll be sad. And then you are just going to cut a straight line. I don't know, just a little ways in. Not a lot, just a little. There you go. That's about it. You'll be fine. Boop. That's it. All right. Now, you can either, depending on what you're in the mood for, right? You can go this way, because all we're going to do now is fold back like this and tack it down. That's it. Right? How cute is that? Okay. I feel like I'm going to go just a hint farther. I just want to go just a little, not a lot, not a lot. You don't want to go too much farther in. Okay. So you're going to go a little bit farther in. So you can either do the green, okay, and then peel these back a little ways. All right. Or you can do the fun postal stamps. All right. Just way too much fun. I love this old vintagey things like that. I don't know why, but I just do. And you can pull back and round the green. Okay. That's it. All right. That's it. It's as simple as that. Nothing fun, nothing fancy. It gives you a simple, easy, different look, a little bit of a bend to it. You can put your sentiment here. You can have something else, some other paper poking through it. You can, I mean, there's so many different things you can do to give that a great look. Again, test it. What color might look good to you? Adding a little bit of a red, I think a brick red would be a better choice, right? But how cute would that be? Easy. Easy to do. This would be also super cute with some Christmas paper. Great Christmas cards. Now, if you're going to do this and it's a local card you're going to give to somebody, right? You want to, when you roll it, you can keep it puffed up. right? Looks like a bow. However, if you're going to mail it to somebody, or it's going to be in a scrapbooking page, when you bend it, all right, you want to go a little more flat with it. Okay, go a little flat with it, because that way it's not going to get hung up in the mail. It's not going to get smooshed and be sad later in the mail. And it would also help in a scrapbooking page to give you a little less bulk in your scrapbooking page. So that's it. It's truly as simple as that, and it gives you such a fun look and easy to do. Doesn't take anything but literally a pair of scissors. See, I got my cuts a little off, but that's all right. You know why? It's my art. It's mine. It's my art, and I can do whatever brings me joy with it. Okay. So now you'll see I've got a little bit of a thing right there. No big deal. No big deal. Because you know what? You can put your sentiment over that. You can do a seal wax over that, which is probably what I'll do, is a fun seal wax. And I'll do a whole video on seal wax because I love those. They're so much fun and so easy to do. They looks like they should be kind of hard and like a tough thing. They're not. Don't let that intimidate you. Okay, and that's it. Again, simple little edge, little different. You can also remember, love to ink this stuff up. So you can always take your ink dauber. Okay, we're already dealing with some of this vintage look to it. Now look at that. Compared to this side here, right? You can really see this inked edge right here gives it just that finished look compared to this side right here. This just gives you that nice finished clean look, right? Just like, I'm going to pull these back out again just to really show you. This one here, like I was showing you earlier, okay? This nice, almost like a burnt edge to it, okay? Love that look compared to this. This works. This is lovely. Not a problem. You can choose different colors with this. Would be wonderful, okay? And then this one here, I wanted to show you a little up closer, okay? This you can see is where I tore it toward me. So when we inked this paper is a little thinner. I talked about that. So this ink soaked into it a little bit, right? Soaked into it a little differently. This is where I pulled it away from me. So this top layer, okay, is a little bit thicker paper. It didn't get tore like this did. So as a result, the ink sits on that edge, all right, much differently than it soaks into this edge here. So just be aware as you're doing inking or anything else. I've said it once, I'm going to say it again, and you're going to hear me repeat. It's just paper. Test it. Take a strip. Like, you know, if you're not sure, okay, this paper isn't quite cardstock thick. How is it going to do? How's it going to tear? How's it going to ink? Test it. Not a big deal, right? So again, you can see the difference versus this. Totally a different look. I like both. It depends on what project you're doing, right? If I'm doing a campfire fun thing, I think I'll do this inking, right? It gives it a little bit more of a flair, okay? If I just want a colored edge because I just didn't like the way the white was showing on my page, there you go. No big deal, right? So just be aware that there are options, okay? Don't be afraid to ink the edge. Hello. So I went ahead and made some of these cards off camera. And this has all the edgings that we talked about, but I wanted to show you kind of what they would look like in practical use. So this is that one we tore, right? You can see all the tearing along that edges. And then I just inked it. All I did was just ink this edge a little bit. And look at that, how stinking cute. Perfect little Christmas card. Add a little poinsettia, basic piece of paper here. And all I did was tear this paper, inked up the edge, gave it that cute vintage look. And there you go. There you go. Simple poinsettias. Perfect Christmas card, and it was easy. Okay, so tear those edges, ink them up, you'll have a blast with that. Next was this one here. And this edge, all I did was I used this, okay, this die cut, thin cut, right? And I cut that edge, okay? And then it made this perfect little strip. I slid this in. Now again, you could have cut off this backing, but I thought, why? It looks kind of fun. And then just added a little sentiment there, and you've got a cute little card. Quick, easy. Oh man, so-and-so's having a birthday. Let's quickly do something easy and fun. There it is. Simple edge, easy. This one is that folded edge we showed, we talked about, okay? And then I added a wax seal to it. Just kind of gives it that final look, that finished look that is so nice. And I added some gems, easy to do. The only key with this one, of course, is with this added, it's a little tough to send it through the mail. Not impossible. You just need to mark your envelope that says don't send it through the feeder. But, just so you know. Make sure on this one, again, that you have a double-sided paper. But otherwise, that's it. It's a little sentiment, a few gemstones, and how stinking cute did that turn out. And I like the fact that these are postal marks, and then this particular wax seal is a compass. I thought, how fun is that? And because I'm me, I had to make sure north was up. I don't know. Wasn't necessarily, but I couldn't help myself. And then this one here, again, simple, easy. This edging right here was done with this die, okay? And then this, I cut the front of this card just a little short, not a lot, just a little bit, so that this part goes against the card, okay? So you get a little bit of an overflow there, right? How stinking cute is that? And again, simple edge, simple card to do, didn't take a lot of effort. Little buttons there. Key with the buttons though, again, sending it through the mail might be a little tricky, but somebody local that you just want to say, hey, I appreciate you. Perfect little card. This one, again, is that one that I had that I didn't like the stamping on it for the other project, but I thought, oh, I'm going to keep this, right? Let's see what we can do with it. Tore those edges again, right? Look at that teared edge. I decided that I thought a little purple paper between just helped really accent it. So I tore that little piece of purple paper, right? That's all I did. That's all it was teared sheets, okay? Then I added simple little butterfly. Look at that. Super stinking cute. Basic sentiment. And there you go. There you go. How cute is that? This one here was done with that embossing folder, okay? Now this embossing folder, all right, it is just that long. And just a simple little edge, okay? Added some pearls, added a little twine, basic sentiment, and look at that. How stinking cute. Basic card. Easy, simple, cute edge to it, okay? Nothing to it. So all of these cards, again, we're done with that edging that, I showed you. We kind of talked a little bit about it. But all of these edges can also be done for scrapbooking. You can easily do all of them with a 12 by 12 sheet. This one here, right? You just send it through twice, right? How easy is that? This, right? Just cut it a couple times. So you can easily do a scrapbooking pages even with the smaller pieces of thin cuts or embossing folders. Don't let that discourage you. Oh, I'm a scrapbooker, those are short. Don't let that discourage you. Don't let that discourage you. You can use these. You can make them into 12 by 12s, or it doesn't have to be even on a scrapbooking page, right? You can use this as an accent to a side of a picture. I'll do one of those up. You can see. So just pay attention to some other fun videos that I'm sending your way that are fun and chaotic and an adventure, okay? But all of these can be done with a 12 by 12, folded back, any of it. Especially the tearing edge, I think that really adds a lot, especially inking the edge. I think could be a lot of fun. So again, I just wanted to show you those edges that we did before. This can be some final products for you. Simple cards, ready to go. You didn't have to do a lot of effort or anything like that. They're simple. And I said, just wanted you to think maybe a little bit outside the box. Or, I don't know if you're anything like me, sometimes I watch some of these fun videos and I think, oh, I used to do that. Why don't I do that anymore? I don't know. I didn't even think about it, right? You get out of some habits, right? So maybe you used to tear all the time and you just haven't in a while, right? So hopefully this will encourage you to maybe, curl back up into some other fun things you used to do. Or again, do something different that you haven't done before. I would love to hear from you. Love to hear what maybe some other edges that you do, or how you've used some of these in a project. I'd love to see some pictures. So please follow me. Put a like on this video if you like it. And let me hear from you. I'd love to hear how you used some of these, how you incorporated some of these. If you have questions, please ask. I'm going to go over some fun wax seals with you. We're going to do a whole video on those because they are way too much fun and way easier than you think. Way too much fun. So please stay tuned for that. And as I said, if you have any questions, just want to hear from me, I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to doing some other fun and chaotic craft with you very soon.